So you're gonna tell me that you have all of these ideas for content, but you haven't executed on any of them? Well, we're not gonna do that anymore. We're going to fix that with a few things that I love to do and get you out of your head when it comes to creating and making content. First thing that you're gonna do is find the thing that works for you. I use personally Google Docs, but Notes app is a great one just for ideas when you're on the go. You have Notion, edits on Instagram with their ideas section. Also, the thing that I do often is pen to paper. The next thing that people commonly struggle with is analysis paralysis, and honestly, I don't even want to let you go there, but what I really want you to focus on is through all of those ideas, what are some content pillars? Content pillars are actually meant to make organizing and creating content easier. Decide what main topics that you want to talk about and then what subtopics come over that. And so when you have that list, you always know that you can reference something even when you feel like you have analysis paralysis or honestly even don't know what to create today because you're in a funk. One thing to note though is that if you have too many ideas in the same category, then it's kind of like you've niched down a little too hard. You want to widen the scope a little bit on the topics and categories that you talk about because content pillars kind of help with overall ideas and execution, but then you also think of niching in the sense of what you want to be known for. So you have a couple of topics that people can regularly go to your content for. Now you need to think about execution, how you're actually going to push out this content. And so that means scheduling a day or scheduling a couple of days where you can batch, edit, film, plan, everything for your content that you need in order to execute on. It shouldn't be one day that you can do all the same things. If you can, that's fantastic, but I know most of us aren't one-track mind. Plan out your days where you have one day that completely is ideate all the ideas, execute, script writing, anything that you need, and then have the second day be that where you film and edit only. But I suggest honestly doing one. Then it frees up your time and you're able to actually execute on what else you need to do throughout the week instead of worrying about what you're gonna post every single day. Finally, knowing that execution really matters, then we have the piece that also a lot of people question when it comes to scripting. One of the things that I like to do is putting a list through how I go through a hook, the main ideas that I want to talk about, and sometimes it takes me a couple of takes to go through it, and or I will write a few scripts. Sometimes I'll just have notes, sometimes I'll have things written off to the side, but really this is dependent on your style and how you like to do things, so you just need to find something that works for you. Now you literally have everything that you need to execute. Now you have literally everything that you need to execute, so go make some content and don't overthink it.